Are you aware of any of the hand signs used to proclaim sex, money, murder?
Yes.
Are you able to perform or to demonstrate any of these hand signs without the use of somebody else's hand?
Yes.
Would you please show the jury one hand sign signifying sex, money, murder? What does that mean?
Blood.
Who's at 11? He was first shot, then robbed, and he says it was all because he wants out of a gang. Now Atlanta police say they are offering a big reward to help capture the gang member who pulled the trigger. Tonight, the victim, Tyson Brantley, spoke exclusively to Fox 5's George Franco, who joins us live from Atlanta Police headquarters with the story. And George, did Tyson say why he wanted out of that gang?
Well, Deidre, Tyson Brantley says he has a new perspective in life since the birth of his daughter. But getting out of gang life has been no easy task. So you want out of the gang, and they fought back. 22-year-old Tyson Brantley is upfront about getting out of gang life, but that has turned out to be easier said than done.
It jumped me. I was walking to the store.
A few days after you were shot?
Yeah, 2 days after.
Brantley says he got robbed at this location not far from his home in northwest Atlanta in August. A couple of days earlier, he says he was pushed into a car at gunpoint at this Atlanta apartment complex and driven elsewhere.
Get me out of the car, he pistol whipped me and moved me away from his car, shoot me in my leg.
Atlanta police say Antiba Daniel, who was with another man, Big Dog, pulled the trigger. APD identified them as members of the gang Sex, Money, Murder, or Mob, who retaliated against Tyson when he said he wanted out.
I just realized that nobody was really loyal to me like they said they were. So I had to move myself from the situation.
Police hope a $2,000 Crime Stoppers reward will lead them to arrest Antiba Daniel. Were they family to you?
They said they were, but they really weren't.
Brantley is now back home with his real family, his mom and dad, after a few years of gang life.
Or just pushing him to keep doing the right things and don't, waver and feel like you have to go back and backslide.
Which the 22-year-old says won't happen because he has a 6-month-old daughter now and education and job prospects.
You can get out. Like, you can change your life around no matter how low you are. It's not too late.
Convicted gang boss now faces life in prison for ordering a hit on a DeKalb County baby. Jurors returned guilty verdicts against Kenneth Jackson and Christopher Florence. Police say Jackson ordered members of the Sex, Money, Murder gang to break into a Stone Mountain home. That break-in resulted in the shooting death of 9-month-old Kendarius Edwards. The baby's mother and 2 other women were injured in that shooting but survived. Jackson and Florence will be sentenced next month. Each of them faces life in prison plus 105 years.
This one for my brother, this one for my blood. We got the same brother, birds fly high. Sex, money, murder, blood.
Sex, Money, Murder is a blood set that took over Georgia around early 2010s. This set came and shook waves throughout the state and city of Atlanta, but as always the feds, or them people known as 12, was always 10 steps ahead. I'm not here to give a biography on SMM, but I'm here to talk the consequences and actions of the Sex, Money, Murder set. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. A 12-count indictment was unsealed in the Northern District of Georgia, charging 23 defendants, all alleged sex, money, murder, SMM, gang members and associates, with racketeering conspiracy, drug trafficking, and firearms violations. The defendants and their criminal associates are alleged to have committed murder, engaged in stabbings and attempted murder, and distributed thousands of dollars worth of illicit drugs inside and outside the Georgia prison system, all to enhance the power and prestige of their gang. The Sex, Money, Murder set of the Bloods, said Acting Assistant Attorney General Nicole M. Argentieri of the Justice Department's Criminal Division. With this RICO indictment, the Criminal Division, along with our federal, state, and local partners, again shows its commitment to hold accountable and bring to justice violent gang members who terrorize our communities and attempt to control our country's prison systems. The indictment alleges that SMM is organized into subgroups, called sets or lines, which are responsible for carrying out the affairs of the gang within their individual territories. Typically, Each set or line is responsible for representing SMM through the commission of criminal activities, the generation of financial proceeds, the resolution of internal and external conflicts, and the enforcement of strict adherence to SMM rules and protocols. Each set or line has its own lineup, or hierarchy of ranked gang members from each territory. A set or line and its leaders fall under higher-ranking national leaders, including the Royal Flush, and are ultimately subject to the overall command of Royal Flush members. Certain SMM members hold a specific rank within the gang or within a specific set or line. Specific duties and responsibilities are associated with each rank. The SMM rank structure often includes a delineation between incarcerated members, behind the wall, and non-incarcerated members, on the streets. In many instances, leadership behind the wall also exerts control over membership on the streets. The indictment alleges that the defendants committed multiple acts of violence in furtherance of the racketeering conspiracy.
First, then I did 20. I did 5 in the juvenile system. I did 20 in the penitentiary. And I went
So you really did more time in prison than you
I did
ever
on
did
the
street
earth.
living.
On the earth. That's why a lot of times when some of y'all young
What the hell?
niggas, when some of y'all young niggas in here that still be living that shit, I don't be talking to y'all on Instagram as some square ass lame ass nigga. I'm talking to y'all as a nigga that been in a prison yard and see little young boy come in with his tattoos on his face and he like, oh gee. I'm like, what's up? You know Keisha? From where? They don't know, but that's your mom? Yeah. She said, could you call her? Call her. Damn, yeah, he got a shooting. Then I go back, young boy, let me see your paperwork. He like, yeah, how much time? Like, when I'm going home?
Shit.
2073.
Jeez.
And now all the gangster shit gone. The homies gone. The bitch is gone. Ain't nobody. So when I'm on there, I'm speaking from a place of trying to get niggas some real game. Cause I'm gonna tell you some shit, thug. It's lonely than a motherfucker in there.